Hey guys, this is Shirin Gaming, and welcome to the How I series. So this idea came to my mind. Since many new players are joining in our community, I wanted to make a series in which helps them to get familiar with the game. Now, what I do and I say from now on is not to be taken as gospel. Each and every person plays differently. We all have our play styles and we all enjoy the game differently. So you should not full on copy someone else's play style because you will not enjoy the game. I promise you. I have tried it. You will not enjoy the game until you find what you want to play and how you want to play it and when you want to play it. That is when you are going to enjoy the game. So the How I series will be Let's Play series, but I will try to illustrate and to explain as much as I can about their mechanics, some tips and some tricks that I think will improve the quality of your campaigns. Now, the first one that I have chosen for the How I series is strangely Arkhan the Black. Now, Tomb Kings were one of my favorite factions to play in Warhammer 2, and between them, I thought as a Lord, Arkhan the Black was the most powerful of the four, but because of his starting position, I did not like playing as him. You were sandwiched between factions that hated you and you had a really bad time. But now in Warhammer 3 and Immortal Empires, the starting position is actually, dare I say, one of the more comfortable starting positions in the game, because you start with your back to the sea and having allies across the sea, which is really helpful. And also you start with 2 settlements in a 3 settlement province, so you can consolidate your province really fast and put down a commandment. Also, you start with +1 army capacity. This is such a big deal for Tomb Kings, because for those who do not know, Tomb Kings have something called army capacity, which limits your active armies on the campaign map. But what makes them strong is that they do not pay upkeep for their units. So having 1 more army at the start of your campaign can set you up to have a really strong campaign. So let's go through his faction effects. Enabled the recruitment of certain enhanced vampire counts units, which we will talk about them. He starts with +1 army. He has -50 diplomatic relations with Tomb Kings and +60 diplomatic relationships with vampire coast and vampire counts. This determines your starting enemies and your starting allies. Also, for Lord effects, he starts with +10 Winds of Magic power reserve capacity and +5 melee attack for the whole army, which, when you consider the Winds of Magic reward, this makes him a really powerful caster. So let's move on to starting army. You start with 2 units of Crypt Ghouls, 3 units of Skeleton Archers, 2 units of Skeleton Spearmen, 1 unit of Skeleton Warriors, 1 unit of Hex Wraiths, and 1 unit of Fellbats. So he starts with a really flexible army. After that, we move on to campaign settings. I always play on very hard. Pay attention that this tab can immensely affect your campaign, because this will determine everything about your campaign. How much you pay for your armies, how your enemies will treat you, and how well you do on the battleground. So this is really important. And you should choose between them based on your preferences. It is not a set thing. This is a single player game and you should choose how you want to play it. And about this tab, I always put it on default settings, but you can change it if you like. Now let's move on to our campaign. Before that, if you guys like me to continue with these series, please consider subscribing to the channel and putting a like if you liked it, or a dislike if you didn't like it. Also, tell me in the comments which factions you'd like me to cover after this one. Let's move in.
The world is in turmoil, unstable with its power, ours to take.
Okay, so the first thing I do when I enter a campaign is to come into this view, okay, zoom out and see my neighboring factions. This helps me to know my friends and know my enemies. I see that I have a dwarven faction living in the mountains, an ogre faction, occupying the Great Desert of Araby, and some Bretonnians living north of me. Also, I have no one to my east and to the south, which is really, really nice. Then I see how many settlements I have from my starting province. Okay, so the land of assassins, I have 1 and 2 of the 3 cities. So this tells me that it is really, really easy and also important for me to rush the 3rd city, which is Lashiek. Okay, this is really important because it lets you to put down commandments. These are bonuses that you can choose based on the occasion. You want to decrease the construction cost, you get it. You want to increase your growth, you have it. You want to reduce corruption, there you go. So this is really important for me to rush to Lashiek and consolidate my first province. And then I come up to this tab. I click on my first army and see what units I have. I see that I have a balanced army. 1 unit of cavalry, the others are infantry. I have some missile units. And also I have a tomb prince. Oh, nice! I got the chariot master. This is one of the better traits for tomb princes because they go on a skeleton chariot, which is their best mount, and this increases their effectiveness by adding in +8 melee attack and melee defense when they are mounted on a skeleton chariot. Now we move on to our first battle. This is really important. Many people do this and they lose momentum. It is really important to fight your first few battles. Do not auto-resolve this. Okay, it lets you build up momentum and catch other factions when you are starting your campaign. This is really important. Okay, so I add him into my army and I move on to fight my first battle. Let's move in. Okay, so when you come to the battleground, the first thing you do is to find the best spot to set your troops. Okay, I see that I have a hill. Okay, I have a hill there that I can set my troops, and because I have archers, I can position them right there so that they can shoot down the hill. This is really important, okay? And my infantry, they have an artillery unit, okay? The field trebuchet. I have a lot of chaff infantry, and they can wreck my chaff infantry. So what do? What I am about to do, some may call cheesy or some may call cheating, but I deem it necessary for you to survive these first few battles. So what I do, I try to waste the ammunition of the field trebuchet by my unit of hex wraiths, moving them in a line. Are you going to shoot? Yeah. Moving them in a line. See the projectiles where they land. If you do this very carefully, you will not lose any models, okay? And you can come out of this unscathed, which is really, really important. Yeah, you will take some hits, but it is really important for your units to stay healthy. The first few battles, we have not lost a model yet. And remember, this is about efficiency. This is about effectiveness, okay? You can't just YOLO in, but you will take a lot of casualties and this will immensely affect your momentum. Okay, we did not lose any models, which is really, really good. And their ammunition is wasted. Now, how should you make them come for you? You can bring in your army closer and shoot them with arrows, or you can use magic, because the Spirit Leech has a really, really low range. I think it is good to bring up my archers, but let me see what is the range on the peasant bowman. It is 160 to 140, so it is not optimal to bring my units closer, because they will shoot my units down before even I get to range. So let me see how I should go about this. Yeah, let's risk it. Let's risk it for the biscuit. And yeah, move, 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 move. Arkhan, get out of there. Put this down on the hex wraiths. Again. Move on, Arkhan. Oh my god. Move, move, move the hex wraiths. Okay. Try to... Okay, now. Now. So we lost five models, which is not that bad.
Vengeance for Nagash.
Okay, let's move my hex wraiths
They shall perish.
into a place that I can go and attack their... Yeah, good. And now shoot them.
Forward.
Okay. And I will try to go and threaten their archers. So hex wraiths are really powerful. Really powerful units.
Obey. Move.
Okay, now that their lord is dead, I can attack their archers. And yeah, I have decimated their archers. Come and rear charge their other archer unit. And we've won. That's simple. We have won that simple. So, there's one thing you can do. Okay? You can potentially make a lot of loot money by destroying their units. You can do that. So, I will do it. But you can just go out of the battle and not worry about it. Okay, we're done. We're done. Decisive victory, and let's end the battle. So because we took minimal casualties, I now can take the money.
Their deaths are worthless.
And I have gained a level right here, and I will go with canopic jars. So you might ask, whoa, what is this background? I will not use any overhaul mods or any mod that in any aspect change how the factions play, but I will use some graphical and UI mods that will affect the experience that you have playing the factions, but will not change their mechanics. So the mods that I am using right now will be listed in the description, so don't worry. And now we can attack Lashiek. So do not auto-resolve this. You can, but do not do this, okay? Let's move in. So this is the way that I usually tackle this map, but you can use the other entrances. This is the way that I like it. Let's set up our units. Our crypt ghouls, which are really nice in melee. I really like them now. And we will use our hex wraiths from here. And we will accompany them with our fell bats. No, let's keep our fell bats right there. Okay, let's move in.
This is well. my beat. Orbis Dirat.
And let's attack with our units. Let's station our archers right there. And let's attack their archers. I didn't notice they use their archers right there. This makes my work really easy because they have only 2 units of archers. Okay.
Tremble before Arkhan.
And we decimated their archers. I really like Hex Wraiths. They are fast, they are effective. And we are done with their archers. No, do not pincer me. Okay. So we can advance. Yep. Let's bring our Hex Wraiths to capture this point. And bring Arkhan and our Tomb Prince to here. Also bring on our archers. Let's attack the peasant mob while they are broken. Shatter them. And they are... Come on. Come on. Shatter. Are they unbreakable? Why don't they shatter? Am I missing something? Yeah, they are shattered. Okay, okay. So, we do not need to... Yeah. We do not need to move into this side. We can now move after their units. Okay. Let's bring in our archers there. No, no. Keep them there. Keep them right there. And attack them. Take the Crypt Ghouls. Use this ability, which gives physical resistance and leadership, which is really nice. And maybe use this ability. Okay, we do not want to fight the spearmen with our cavalry, and we will not. We will move them right there through this gap. No, the other way. Maybe we can, yeah, maybe we can squeeze them right here. Okay. Yeah, the crypt ghouls are really, really nice now. I really like crypt ghouls. Okay, let's advance our archers. And let's move to next unit, the men-at-arms. Okay, attack them from here. And use the men-at-arms. And use the hex rate to attack the peasant mob. Okay. Use that ability again. We are destroying the peasant mob, which is to be expected. And we are really close to winning. Yes, we've won. Nice. So in these battles, the settlement battles, you do not need to kill all of the army inside the city because it will be automatically deleted. But you can make more loot money by killing all of them. If you want to take the time and do it, you can. I always wonder why the blood is like a puddle. This is not how the blood works. It's okay, it's okay. It's okay. And let's end the battle. Another decisive victory. Okay. Ooh, we got a potion of toughness. Nice. This is a really nice ancillary. And we can occupy it. So, we have officially consolidated our first province, which is a really nice thing. Okay, now about leveling up Arkhan. I know death magic is not the best lore of magic, but magic is magic and having it will save the day sometimes. Now, what should you do? So first, you have this building that gives you the capacity to recruit certain units. I really want hex rates. Okay, I want to recruit another one in my army. So I will leave this building right here so that when I reach level 3, I can recruit one more hex rates. But you can demolish it if you do not like the units that are available here. But for the next slot, always go with growth. Always. So I will build the growth building. And I will go with growth option. Okay. Now, you have one army capacity. So, oh, prepared. Nice. This is another really good trait for your first army because it gives plus 20% ammunition for the Lord's army and plus 5 missile strength for the Lord's army. So this is a really, really good trait for a Ushabti Greatbow army or a simple archer spam army, which is really nice to have. So I will get this guy. So let's talk about rights. The one that we are really interested in is the Great Invocation of Tahoth. Now, when you invoke this, you will get 1 casket of soul in your recruitment pool and Lord recruitment rank plus 3 and recruit rank plus 2 for your units. So this is a really, really good early game, through mid game, even through late game. Right, because you will always need Casket of Souls for your armies. So we will move to this. Now, the requirements for it is to have an army with 20 units in it. So we will move to that by recruiting our units. We have capacity for crypt ghouls. As you can see, we're not paying for them. And we will recruit the spearmen. Then we move on to technologies. Now, technologies are really important for Tomb Kings because it lets you to have different dynasties, letting you to recruit more armies. Now, we have 6 dynasties that you can go through and upgrade. My recommendation is either the first dynasty or the third dynasty because of these bonuses down here. Now, what are the bonuses for the third and the first dynasty? The third dynasty gives you construction costs minus 10% for province, capital, or settlements buildings, which is really nice. And also income from settlement buildings and plus to control. So this is a really, really good technology if you want to build up momentum. The first dynasty gives you plus 10% campaign movement range, construction cost minus 10% for infantry and chariot buildings, and income from trade. So if you want to have an aggressive early game approach, you can go with the wisdom of the first dynasty in order to get this. But if you want to build up momentum, this will be really handy because the settlement buildings for Tomb Kings is really, really expensive. It goes up to 12k for the last one. So this will potentially save you a lot of money for your settlement buildings, which is really nice. Also, it gives you control, which lets you advance more and not worry about rebellions. So I will go with the third dynasty, but the first dynasty is viable also. Now that we have consolidated our first province, let's go into diplomacy. We are at war with Khemri because of, reasons. Arkhan the Black being the right hand of Nagash and Nagash betraying the whole Nehekara thing. Also, you start with a non-aggression pact with Ulrik, which is really nice if you want to build up relationships with them, which you have to do because the vampire coasts and vampire counts are your trading partners. Now about the books of Nagash. So this is a mechanic for Tomb Kings, but now Manfred von Karstein and Volkmar the Grim also have the race for the books of Nagash. So Nagash is one of the big bad villains of this story, and you are looking for his books. Arkhan starts with one of the books of Nagash. So Arkhan starts with one of the books of Nagash, which enables him the recruitment of certain enhanced vampire counts units. You have another book right here, which gives you effectiveness of all commandments plus 50%, which is really nice. But you have to defeat the following lord's army to gain the book of Nagash that they possess. We will do that in due time. But the books of Nagash are scattered through the world, and you have to go and fight them in order to get their bonuses. They have really good bonuses, but you have to go and fight for them. Okay. Now, let's move on to next turn. Okay, so this turn we will attempt ambushing Réponse de Lyonnaise, which will be really, really nice, getting her trait. I will tell you in a bit. But for that, come to here. You can see, come to here. Be sure to have above 50% movement, so that you can go into this stance for maximum replenishment. And also bring the lord that you have recruited right here for a purpose that I will tell you, and recruit the rest of your army. I recommend getting rid of the fell bats and the skeleton warriors. They're trash. And recruit the rest skeleton spearmen. You can recruit direwolves, okay? You can recruit direwolves, which I will recruit 2. Because they're really good at pursuing broken units and getting rid of them. Okay. Also, you can upgrade this building for maximum growth. And next turn, we will be able to recruit the Casket of Souls that we're looking for. Okay, let's move to next turn. Okay, the Great Incantation of Tahoth. is invoked. Nice. So now get rid of one of your skeleton spearmen for the casket of souls. Okay, now how should you ambush Réponse de Lyonesse? The reason that we have recruited this guy is to put up a bait for Réponse. Go into this stance and bring Arkhan to the tile that has 50% ambush success chance, which is right there. And put him into the ambush stance. So she will see this army and will attempt to attack it. We have 50% chance of ambushing her. And if you didn't, you can repeat the process. It is really important for you to ambush this army because she has some really tough units that you need to get rid of in an ambush situation. And for the declaration of war, you go to the Strigoi Empire and ask them to pay you money for
unfortunate disease. Perhaps I could supply a cure.
Shut up. And ask them to pay you money for going to war with Chevalier de Lyonesse.
Definitely.
Nice. Now let's see if we can ambush her. Okay, now when this happens and it says ambush failed, you reload the turn and repeat the process because it is really important for you to ambush her in order to have maximum efficiency. You can do this battle without ambushing her, but it would be really good if you could ambush her. If you don't like repeating the process, just move on and do the battle. Okay, now that we have ambushed them, we can do the battle. Let's move in. So this is a really bad ambush map because the whole section is under trees and any missile units will have a hard time hitting the crossing units. But we should inflict the most amount of damage that we can. Let's form up and we will cover this square in order to prevent them from escaping. Let's form up. And we will advance. Let's put them in guard mode. And let's put our fast units in the jungles right there. And make them hidden. Do we have anything? No. We are all set. Okay. Now, let's move to cover this square. And let's hope they don't get discovered. Okay. Nice. I can send this king. Good. Let's send them. Oh. Okay. This is good. This is going really good. And let's send them after these knights. Let's use this on Réponse. Okay.
tremble before Arkhan. Shades Waldenia.
Let's stop them from advancing. And let's try to kill Repulse. Okay. This is going good. Let's try to damage their knights. Let's go after the other ones. Okay.
Arkhan the Black.
Let's target her.
What, my king? Fight!
Okay. Let's attack them. Let's attack those guys. And yeah, we're decimating them. Yeah. We are shattering their units. Their knights, which are their best units. And we have...
Tomb Prince! Kill!
I wanted to kill Repulse. But yeah, the questing knights. Oh my god. We are destroying so many good units. Let's kill this guy. Henri Le Mastiff, if I can pronounce his name right. He is going for... Go after him. He is going for this, but he was caught. Nice. Okay. We are doing really good. And let's put a... No, not there. Put it on her. And we've killed them. Okay. Let's move and destroy their archers. And I think we're winning. Yeah. This was really good. This was really effective at getting rid of them.
Son of Henry.
And yeah, you see how important it was to have fast units in order to counter their fast units. Okay, we charged their archers. And with one. Yes. So, let's send one to destroy that. This. And you can go after the archers. Okay. Now you can stop shooting. And yeah, we took some damage, but we inflicted a lot of damage. A lot of damage. Which is the point. The point of ambushing them. And let's put it into fast forward. And we've killed that unit of peasant bowmen. Let's move to this unit of foot squires. Why can't I target? Oh my god. Okay. Are we done? Are we? No. Go and kill more off of that unit. Okay, that's a dead unit. Go after that one. That's a dead unit, yeah. Let's move out. Decisive victory. Nice. Okay, so we decimated their army. Their cavalry did not do anywhere near their potential, which is our whole point of ambushing them. And we can take replenishment. Yeah, we can take replenishment. Let's take it.
Your mighty tomb blade lies dormant, my lord. It requires a powerful soul to feed its hunger and become an instrument of true power. Perhaps it is time to seek a suitable donor for the task.
Okay. Now, we have gained a Réponse de Lyonnaise's trait, which gives research rate plus 5%, plus 5 growth, and double experience gain for units when fighting against Bretonnia, all units in the army. So the whole reason we will farm Réponse de Lyonnaise is for this trait, plus 5% research rate. And we get a Channel Valley Necrotect, construction cost minus 15%. And Arkhan the Black goes on a skeletal steed. Good, good, good. So how many levels did we get? We get 4 levels out of that battle. Insane. And we will go with Soulblight. I like that. And Doom and Darkness. Nice. We are moving very fast toward Greater Arcane Conduit, which is nice. You get 2 levels. Maxing Canopic Jars. You get 3 levels. Root Marcher, Canopic Jars. Yeah. And yeah, that was the first episode of How I Arkhan the Black. Thank you so much for being here with me, and I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I had a lot of fun making it. And yeah, subscribe to the channel, leave a like if you liked this episode, leave a dislike if you didn't like it, and also tell me in the comment which faction I should do this kind of episode next. Also hit the bell thingy beside the subscribe button for you to be informed for the next episode of this series. Thank you guys. Until next episode, bye bye.